Hello, and welcome to this food for thought. So, there's a lot happening right now. There's so much happening right now. We are in the season of transition. Today is September 17th, and we are moving into the fall equinox. There's also a lot of stuff stirring up politically. There is a full moon that's happening. There is eclipse season starting. And so we are just in a state of transition. We are in a state of upheaval. There's just a lot swirling on and going on. Last week, South Louisiana experienced a hurricane, right? So that is like the energy of what is happening outside of us. And then for sure, like Ayurveda teaches, it's what's happening. It's going to affect what is happening inside of us and how we are experiencing this. So I just want to talk a little bit about that. Like, just take a minute to close your eyes and really tune in to how you're feeling. Are you feeling really stable and grounded and present and secure? And if you are, that's beautiful. Stay there. That's where you need to be. Are you feeling less rooted, less ungrounded, more unstable, not knowing where to go, what to do, what to think, who to be, how to feel? Just become aware with what you are feeling and know that whatever you are feeling is okay. It's okay because it is all going to settle. It is all going to find its order again because that's what happens. Everything has to come into order and everything will fall into order for the universal laws, right? And so we are moving from summer into fall. We are moving from Pitta season into Vata season. And in Pitta season, we have a lot of fire and we have a lot of water. And so that gives us the energy to do and take the actions that we need to do to transform our lives, right? So the transformation process is either not, it's never complete, right? But for this season, it is coming to a state of, okay, I don't have the energy to transform anymore. But now what's happening is everything, as we move into Vata season, where there's more wind, the wind of change, and there's a lot of ether, all that information, all of that information is coming in. And so the winds of change and the information that's coming in can have a lot of us feeling uprooted, like like a big solid oak tree that has just been uprooted and is like soaring off into outer space, right? So that's essentially the energy that's happening. We are in a space where we are feeling ungrounded, feeling disconnected, feeling unsupported, feeling unstable. We're curious, we're questioning everything. All of the things that we once believed in, that were our morals, that we place so much value in, are now being questioned, right? And so Ayurveda says that's beautiful because that's the season and these things are supposed to happen. But what society tells us is that something is wrong and that there's a problem. And the conditioning of our bodies also tells us that something is wrong and this is a problem. And so there's a lot of fear and anxiety and worry and panic and insomnia and a lot of gripping and intensing. And so this morning during my prayer and my meditation, I'm feeling it too. I'm feeling very ungrounded because that is like I'm either super grounded or so ungrounded. Like for me, there's like very rare moments where there's a happy medium. And in the spaces of transition in my life and in transition of the seasons, I feel the instability in the transition. And so there are some things that we can do to help us ground down in these energies. And one of the things that came to me this morning in my prayer, my meditation, is to hang on to your morals, hang on to your truths, like really getting clear on what is true for you, specifically for you, not for your family, not for the religion that you are, not for the community that you're in, right? What is true for you, and really anchoring in and hanging on to that. Because when everything else starts swirling, when you start questioning everything that is around you, you can root into that truth of who you are, what you're here to express. And if you don't know what that truth is, like you are someone, like a lot of my clients are giving me this feedback of like, okay, yeah, that sounds great, but I don't know. Like I don't know what I need to root down on and in. I don't know what my truth is. I don't know what my morals are anymore. Like I'm even questioning those. And so the beautiful thing about Ayurveda is it gives you these practices and these principles to follow. And one, the most important thing that you can do right now as we enter into Vata season, as we enter into eclipse season, as we enter into the election, as we enter into the fall equinox, is how can you bring predictability into your day? Because whenever you can create predictability for yourself, then you can trust yourself. You become dependable for yourself. You then become dependable for others around you too, yes, but then you become dependable for yourself. And when you are that solid place of dependability, your body can find ease. So then all the places of stress and tension and worry and anxiety that live in the shoulders, that live in the tension in the neck, that live in the constriction of the breath, you can find ease there and create more ease in the body. So how can you create predictability for yourself so you can then become dependable? And then whenever you can become those two things, then you can find what you can root down in. And so try these few things. Try picking a time to wake up and to go to bed the same time every day. So wake up at one time every day and go to bed at one time every day. Be consistent with that. Consistency creates predictability. Predictability will create dependability. So consistency, find consistent wake times, consistent sleep times. Also, find times to consistently eat your meals. Eating 3 meals a day. I'm going to eat my breakfast around 8 o'clock. I'm going to eat my lunch around 12:30. I'm going to eat my dinner around 6:30. Finding times to create predictability when it comes to feeding yourself, right? And whenever you can create consistency, it is easier for the mind to predict what's going to happen, because that's what the mind wants right now, is like, I just want to know what's going to happen, because everything that I thought is true is changing and I don't know what to believe. So I just want to know what's going to happen. So if you can create predictability in your life, then the mind knows what's going to happen and can predict what's going to happen from that consistency. And whenever there is consistency, there is predictability. And whenever the mind can predict what's going to happen, then the actions and the patterns of you will become more dependable. So you can depend on yourself to show up on time, to be on time, to give yourself what you need so that you can anchor in to your truths, right? And there's a bunch of other things that you can do, but creating moments in your days that are consistent will bring predictability, which will then bring dependability, which will then create more ease in the body. And whenever there is more ease in the body, there's less fear, there's more trust, and you're not necessarily worried about what's going to happen. You're aware, but you trust that you and source, the higher power that's in control of everything, is going to sort it out, and it's all going to be okay, because it all has to come back to order anyway. And so if you are in this and you are feeling this, like, try just setting your alarm to wake up at the same time and go to bed at the same time, and maybe eat your meals at the same time. And if that's not for you, like, what is it that you can do that can bring some consistency and some predictability to your days? Maybe that's I might not wake up at the same time every day, but as soon as I wake up, I am drinking warm lemon water. Or as soon as I wake up, I am sitting down in prayer and meditation, right? Or right before I go to bed, I massage my feet with coconut oil. Like, choose something that is going to be consistent in your life, that then can create predictability, so then you can be dependable. And if you need help with this, let me know. This is something that I had to work on a lot for myself, and I continue having to work on this for myself because I lose sight of it. I lose sight of how important it is for me staying rooted and anchored in what is true and what is good for me. So I'm sending you all the love during this time of transition, during this times of tumultuous change, because it's wild out there. And if you need someone to talk to that understands and that sees it, reach out. I'm here for you. But that's your food for thought, real quick today. I don't even know how long that was, maybe 5 minutes. But let me know how you feeling. Bye.